Who hits harder? Who has more bang for your buck? Literally, because it's prize fighting. Who has more bang for your buck? Who hits harder between these two warriors? Canelo Alvarez or David Benavidez? Word on the street is Canelo hits harder for one punch. But if you go watch the Demetrius Andre fight, David Benavidez dropped Andre, the two-time Olympian, the man that's never lost. He not only dropped him, but he stopped him in 6 rounds. That was some tough competition. David Benavidez steamrolled him. A lot of the Canelo fans and a lot of the Benavidez detractors, a lot of the agents for the Canelo protection program, a lot of the people that feel as though they're members of King Canelo's court, they say things like, well, Canelo stopped Caleb Plant. David Benavidez, oh, Kendall, thanks for liking the live. One love, my brother. But they say things like, Canelo stopped Caleb Plant. David Benavidez, he never stopped Caleb Plant. Therefore, Canelo hits harder. But how do you feel about Southpaw TV? I don't watch Southpaw TV, so I don't feel anything. But we have to look at the parameters. We have to look at the full story. We can't just give one fact without giving the background. You understand what I'm saying? Because if we don't give the background, that means we're trying to mislead people. We're giving incomplete information. We're giving misinformation. Let me break it down to you. Caleb Plant, when he went to go fight Canelo, he didn't ask for any special ring. He didn't ask for any special accommodations. He didn't ask for any special amenities. He didn't ask for any handicaps. But when he fought David Benavidez, he said, David Benavidez, I need a 22-foot ring, 22 by 22 feet ring. This ring had to be signed off by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, as well as David Benavidez himself. Caleb Plant wanted to handicap David Benavidez. He wanted to give himself an advantage. Why didn't he ask for those type of things when fighting against Canelo unless he knew that David hit harder than Canelo, unless he knew that David Benavidez was something before? So I don't judge things based on people's words. Caleb himself that Canelo hits harder than David Benavidez. That's what his mouth said. That's what his mouth said, but his actions said different. His action, he respects David Benavidez on a whole other level to the point where he'll ask for the biggest ring possible in order to put on his best Usain Bolt impersonation. He knew that he wanted to move around, use his legs, and avoid the power that David Benavidez has. If you in here, make sure you liking the live. Wickedy and K Haven, the great, I think that's the name.
The GOAT, yeah.
Go for him and the GOAT was good.
What's up?
Now, who do y'all think hit harder between Canelo and David
Right,
Benavidez?
this
And
is
why?
this is a no question. It's obviously David Benavidez. He's the I wouldn't even say because he's bigger, but we can literally see it. Like you see how Andre was piecing him up, and then one punch later he just
That was
yeah,
it.
bro. One punch later it just basically ruined the whole fight for us.
And you know what's crazy? The punch that knocked Andre down, that was a big shot. But early in the fight, I think it was the second round, Benavidez threw that same shot, and Andre literally had to back up and reset. Like, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, Benavidez has some crazy ass power. He definitely should be at light heavyweight or even
Now,
cruiserweight. Honestly, he could be at
yeah, he
cruiserweight.
could go all the way up to cruiserweight. He's a generational talent. He has the most potential in boxing. Read this silly comment. Somebody said somebody said Benavidez' only chance to win is by knockout, even though Benavidez punches than Canelo.
Versus who?
Benavidez has against Canelo. Benavidez has better stamina than Canelo.
Oh
So
yeah,
you see how a lot of these fans, they don't even understand what the hell they watching.
yeah. They don't
They're going to
understand at all.
boxing.
Benavidez was definitely like his. You saying that's his only chance to win? He would win by knockout. Like
No, even if he doesn't get the knockout, he's gonna land way more punches than Canelo. So a lot of these fans don't even know what the hell they watching. That's why they need us to have these lives and break this shit down to them.
yeah. He's definitely a generational talent because we haven't seen like big dudes like that during
With that
10,
much hand speed,
yeah,
with that much
that much
grip.
combination since like the 90s. For real.
Yo, what's up, Kawaki? What's up, Wickedy?
Yeah, what's
What's
up?
y'all
What's
take
up?
on it,
What's up?
man? Who hits harder?
Um, I'm going to say Benavidez because he's a little bigger and just the way he throw his punches, bro. He hit harder for sure.
Now, a lot of people say that Canelo stopped Caleb, but Benavidez didn't stop Caleb. My stance is when Caleb went to fight Benavidez, he asked for a specialized ring, 22-foot ring. Why would Caleb do that if he truly believed that Canelo hit harder? Why didn't he ask for that handicap against Canelo?
Shit, I don't know. I think he was just scared of Benavidez and the size difference and everything.
What you think, Wickedy? My man Wickedy having technical difficulties and shit. Hey, Wickedy, mute yourself, man. It's a lot of static you coming with over there.
But he obviously picked that ring so the fight will last longer. Honestly,
Not only that,
hot take.
not only,
Did that
go
against
ahead.
Canelo? If he did that, if he could possibly get the bigger ring against Canelo, which he obviously can't because he's a cash cow. But if he would have, it would have been a different fight. Honestly,
He might look. I think Canelo would have stopped him regardless, whether the ring was bigger or not. But it would have taken him all the way to the 12th instead of the 11th. But think about it. If the ring wasn't as big and it took Canelo 11 rounds to stop him, maybe Caleb Plant could have won the fight. Who knows? But
honestly,
you don't hear make sure you stop that screen. Thank you.
even if like he didn't get stopped, Caleb didn't get stopped. I still think they would have gave it to Canelo
Yeah,
on
Caleb
some
not
Triple
wasn't
G
he wasn't
shit.
gonna be just the way that Caleb was getting backed up in the second half of the fight. They weren't gonna give Caleb no decision. It's Canelo Alvarez, bro. They were
Hey,
not going to give
but
Caleb Plant
even
the decision.
even so, I don't know, bro. So I'm telling me I'm going with Canelo about that though. It just me. It's just my opinion. I'm just going with Canelo. I don't know.
Okay, somebody
Benavidez
said
most definitely have a chance of like he most definitely got a chance of winning though, for sure. But I just got Canelo.
Against who?
Benavidez.
You got Canelo against Benavidez?
Yeah.
Boy, I tell you what, man. When that fight happened, you put your money up against my money.
For
Nah, I
real.
ain't trying to bet none of y'all now.
Look, I'm betting, yo, whatever I have in the bank, I'm betting
For
everything. I'm
real,
betting the
I'm
draws off.
right there with you, man.
31 to 29. Well, I guess Strickland.
Yo, I don't know what you're talking about, Marcos, but you got to get your mic together.
Oh, my bad.
You got to get this stuff together.
Is it better?
Why? Why do you think Canelo would beat Benavidez? Like, what advantage does he have over Benavidez? What is he better at than Benavidez?
Power,
Thank you.
What?
power, and
That's
skills.
it. Okay, well,
What?
first of all,
Hell no.
listen. Let's say Canelo has a power edge, right? Canelo doesn't throw many punches.
Mm-hmm.
So what if he runs into the same problem that he ran into with Bivol, when you're dealing with a light heavyweight who can deal with the power, and you're naturally smaller than him, and you
Honestly,
don't throw that many punches? Then what? When the power fails you, then what?
when he fought Beevil, I don't think that was Canelo. To be honest, like that was not him.
What?
What
Okay, so who was it then? Who
No
was it?
cap.
he was not
It
fighting
was
like
his,
Canelo.
it
You
was
could
his
tell
evil twin. It was his
Who,
evil.
He
who,
couldn't fight like Canelo
when
because
he
of
fought
the
when
size
he fought
difference.
was it the
Charlo. That's
Waterman?
Canelo right there.
Yo,
Man,
put him
come
Against
on,
against
man.
Benavidez.
Benavidez,
That's Canelo.
No.
Wait. You said when he fought who that was Canelo?
against Charlo, that was
Hell
Oh,
Canelo.
no.
so against a
Oh,
man jumping up
Charlo. I
two
got it
weight
from
classes,
2 divisions
that was
below.
the real Canelo, huh?
I mean, you could really see like the skills, the power he was putting on Charlo.
Against a
But
man that was jumping up two weight divisions, a naturally smaller man, that was the real Canelo, huh? Canelo really shined. But when he
I
fought
so
another super middleweight, John Ryder, he didn't get the stoppage.
Yeah, he was losing. He was losing some of that fight too, and he was losing some of the rounds versus Triple G. And Triple G was like 40 years old.
Yeah,
And
triple geriatric.
Hey,
yeah,
KJ,
he
okay,
was
when
so
he
losing
what
some
does
rounds.
Benavidez have over Canelo? Like, what does he have?
speed,
Canelo
power,
size, work rate,
Speed,
footwork,
speed,
speed, and the hunger to be like a champion.
youth,
You,
stamina.
yeah.
Benavidez is still fighting at a very fast pace in the late rounds. Canelo is not doing that
How
just with
old
his
is
speed.
he?
Who?
Honestly, I feel like Canelo is gonna catch him. That's all I think. Like he's
No,
gonna
it's
No,
eventually
possible.
catch up to him and get him with like a nice shot.
It's
Did
Hey,
possible,
Canelo
but
we
it's
catch
not gonna.
Jibbs? Did
we
Canelo catch
we haven't
Jibbs?
seen Canelo get hit with no. I mean, David Benavidez get hit with no power yet, though either.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
Benavidez been dropped. He been dropped
No,
before.
Benavidez
No, but what
definitely
I'm
got hit
saying,
by
his last
power.
fighters, everybody he just been walking through them. He hasn't,
But the thing about it is, one thing I gotta
No,
say,
he's been
Canelo,
dropped. He got
Canelo
dropped
has
by Graville.
Yo,
huh?
Canelo has better
guys,
footwork, and
all I'm
David
gonna
been
say,
involved in the setups and shit.
Canelo is not fighting Benavidez. There's
I
no
agree.
way,
I agree.
No way Canelo's gonna fight Benavidez.
I
That's a
agree. The
high
fight is not gonna
risk
happen.
and low
Y'all
reward.
tripping.
Why you
Y'all
think that?
No,
tripping.
it's not a low reward. It's not a low reward because that's going to be his biggest pay per view since Mayweather.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
for
But here's
I
the
sure.
feel like
thing.
it's not. He
Y'all
could fight
Mexican
niggas.
Benavidez
fans.
tomorrow. It will be his biggest pay per view since the Mayweather fight.
I
Oh
believe
And he
that's
yeah,
the
knows
for
biggest
that
sure,
fight
he's
to
the
for
make
biggest.
sure.
right now this year.
Yeah, that's the
Y'all
biggest
niggas
fight in
tripping.
boxing. But Canelo won't do it because he loses his belts, he loses his Mexican fan base, he
He
loses
wouldn't
pretty much
lose it.
everything he has.
He wouldn't lose his Mexican fan base.
Yes, he
Honestly,
would,
they would
dude.
praise them both
No,
at
no,
the
he's
fight.
not
Y'all
losing
want
his
y'all want to know
Canelo
Mexican.
why?
gets stopped.
Here's the
Y'all
thing
want to
about
know
it.
why? Y'all want to know why Canelo
Mexican,
Mexican
wins?
will turn on Canelo after he gets
All right,
stopped
all
by
right.
Benavidez.
okay, go.
Explain how he wins and why he wins.
All right, I
Who?
got
Who?
you.
It's
Benavidez?
It's
hard.
simple. It's
it's
simple.
hard for it's hard for me to believe that he wins when he doesn't have better footwork, doesn't have more power, doesn't have better
My
knockout
God,
settings than
my
Benavidez.
God,
Canelo,
Canelo
Canelo
struggled.
has
In
Canelo is
Canelo,
way above
anytime Jamal
Benavidez.
Charlo
Listen, listen,
fought
All
him,
right,
he
listen.
was struggling.
Let me explain it. Let me explain.
all right. Let Victor explain. Let
Okay,
Victor explain why he
All
thinks
right. You want
Canelo
to know
wins.
why? Benavidez has shit footwork, right? And his defense is minimal. While Canelo, on the other hand, his footwork isn't the best, but he has a decent footwork, and his
Okay,
defense is top notch.
okay.
And as you can see in other fights, Benavidez gets
Oh,
Benavidez gets hit.
And he can
Hold
take
on,
a
hold on,
punch
hold on, hold
too.
on. Yeah, and he
Canelo's
can take a
defense is
punch.
not top notch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
what?
that's
bro.
I don't know, buddy.
Canelo fans are the funniest guys in boxing. I
No,
swear.
because listen,
I
oh,
swear,
you
bro. They're
really
so
think
funny.
listen, you
Let
really
him
think
explain. Let him explain. Go ahead.
all right, you really think Benavidez has a better defense than Canelo?
Fuck yes.
Yes,
No,
yes.
he
Benavidez,
No,
doesn't.
no, no,
He
no, no,
doesn't.
no.
Benavidez
He comes
size,
straight
No, no.
forward.
Benavidez
He
size
doesn't keep his
alone
guard
is
up.
a better defense than Canelo
Benavidez
with his hands
defense
movement.
is ass. It's not
Here's
better
the
than
That's what
thing,
I'm
guys.
saying. Hell yeah,
Here's
hell
the
it's
thing.
Okay,
ass.
no.
listen, y'all. Okay, I box right. I
They're
fought
Can I
two.
say
casuals, gang.
something?
Listen. I fought two men who were in a higher weight class than me on fight night. When someone outweighs you by 15 to 20 pounds, that extra weight is defense in and of itself. They can literally absorb a lot of your
Mm-hmm.
shots. Benavidez is a weight bully. His size alone gives him better defense than Canelo. He doesn't even have to duck his head down. He could just eat that shit.
So wait,
Canelo
hold
doesn't
on,
have
wait.
that luxury,
Yo,
and Canelo is slowing
So
down
you
can I
slowly.
think
say something?
Cannelo's power won't do anything against Benavidez?
No, we didn't.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. It didn't do
Uh,
shit against Bivol.
Yo, can I say
That's
something?
Yeah,
exactly what I'm saying.
Bivol was eating that shit.
Bubu Andre would beat any fighter that Canelo
Bibbo
fought
was
in
boxing his
any
ass
kind of
too. You know
fight
what I
like
mean? He
he
was
has.
standing in front of him, but
No, Bivol stood right in front of
yeah, he
him a
was
lot
standing
of
right
He
in
times.
was
front of him.
walking
But
him down the
yeah,
whole
Bivol
fight.
was
honestly,
Bivol
when he
stood
fought
right in
Bivol,
front of him.
Canelo was I don't know. He was not
He
hitting
was
All
him.
right,
just
It
so
was like
off,
boxing
man,
clips,
because
so
he
we
was
can't
just
go
coming
off
somewhat
straight
off.
forward.
Yeah.
Bivol.
all
We
right, so
can't go off
boxing clips and
Bivol.
Victor, right?
Bivol is
Boxing
a
clips
whole
and Victor.
different ball game.
Go ahead, buddy. Go ahead.
If
All right,
y'all
so
in here, make sure y'all tapping that screen, man.
boxing clips and Victor. So you think Canelo's gonna like somehow ups? I don't see it happening ever. That's why he's not gonna fight. If
So
Canelo thought he could beat Benavidez, the fight would have been happening because
Thank you.
it's a huge
Thank you.
cash grab.
Thank you for saying it.
Thank you.
It's a huge cash grab. He would have been grabbed that.
I speak Spanish, right? I was watching a few interviews of him. He said, "Why don't you fight Benavidez or Bubu?" He says, "No, they gotta fight each other." Benavidez just knocked Bubu out. Guess what happened? He wants to fight the
Listen,
big top.
Yeah,
he
but
fight
Boo Boo
either of
was
them.
trash
No,
though.
The reason he
no.
fight
Boo
either
Boo
of them
Boo Boo
because he
was wild.
knows he would lose to both. Boo Boo pre Benavidez would have definitely stopped Canelo. I'm gonna be honest.
No,
Yo,
No,
no,
he
he
said
no,
the
Hell
wouldn't
thing
no,
is,
no.
no,
Bubu,
no,
Bubu
no,
post
no. Hell
Benavidez
no.
and
that
whoop
Canelo would have.
Canelo.
Post
Hey,
Benavidez,
hold on.
no,
Let me tell
pre.
y'all
Boo
this.
post Benavidez would still beat
Yeah, I
Canelo.
agree.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Let me
So
tell
how
you,
do you
hold
see
up.
Benavidez? Like, what does he win by? A decision? A
No,
Knockout,
no.
knockout?
He will stop
Fuck
Canelo
knockout,
no.
within
You're
knockout
crazy.
6 rounds.
You're
10. I give
Knockout?
him
crazy.
give it
Yo,
10,
what?
No,
10
no,
rounds.
You're
10
no.
rounds,
crazy.
bro. 10 rounds. He will
Hey,
stop
Man,
him.
they don't
hey,
understand that
Listen,
Benavidez is a
6
weight
rounds.
bully, man. He would knock bro. He would
Bro,
knock Canelo
Canelo
out.
can
The
take a
only
punch
guy
too.
that
Like, he can
guys,
absorb two.
Boxing
If
clips.
Big
The
Bull
only
couldn't
guy
knock out Canelo, you really think
Hold on, who
Benavidez
said?
can?
Hold on. Before who said Boo Boo stopping Canelo? That's cap.
Yeah, that is cap as fuck.
What?
No, Boo wouldn't stop Canelo, but he would outbox Canelo.
Yeah.
He
Hell
would
Yep.
no.
Yep.
Yeah, Boo Boo
Yep.
years ago, but
Hell
the Boo Boo that
no.
fought Benavidez, no, the hell he's not. Boo
So
Boo
you don't
years
think
ago,
Canelo
before.
has a chance of catching him like with a good shot?
Yeah, Graville dropped Benavidez.
Yes, he can catch him, but he's not gonna.
That's him, but Benavidez got right up when Graville dropped him. Canelo is a smaller man than
Mm-hmm.
Graville and Benavidez. He's an undersized super middleweight. So unless Canelo come in there with the perfect shot, the Suzy Q to knock this man out, Benavidez is going to get up and continue outlanding him and outpointing him.
Bro, there's a reason they call him the
He's a
Mexican
bigger
monster.
man than Canelo. What do y'all not get?
Hold on, let's talk this skills. Who got better skills, Canelo or
Canelo.
Benavidez?
Canelo got better
Canelo.
skills.
All right,
He's in.
who got better power, Canelo or Benavidez?
Benavidez.
Benavidez.
Benavidez, no, that's crazy.
Hell yeah.
Benavidez
Benavidez,
is
bro.
crazy.
He's bigger.
Guys,
If Benavidez didn't have more power than Canelo, why did Caleb Plant ask for a specialized 22-foot ring against Benavidez? He didn't.
yeah,
He didn't ask
come
for that
bring it,
against
Sam.
Canelo. He jumped right up in there and believed he could
Bro,
win. Against Benavidez, he asked for all types of accommodations. Wow.
dude, the comments said Canelo will work Benavidez just like he beat Kovalev, bro. Benavidez would beat that old
Look,
Kovalev.
this is
Bro.
how I
Well,
see Canelo winning.
somebody background is too much. Somebody background, then y'all got to mute yourself.
I think both of them is gonna box, but I think Canelo is gonna catch. He's gonna eventually catch Benavidez with like a good shot that's gonna just end the fight. That's how I see it going.
Boxing clips. Can I
Put
ask
your
you a
money on that
question?
fight. That's all I have to say to
People.
you. That's the best advice. That's the best advice. Don't put your money on that fight.
And when he fought Beevil, something
Mm-hmm.
was going on. Something was off with Canelo. He
Oh
was
Bro,
my
not
the
fighting
god.
reason,
like
listen,
good.
listen,
Oh
listen,
my god.
perfect. You said something was off, right? You said something was off. The reason why
Yeah.
you're saying something was off because he had to switch his style up to a bigger fighter and somebody has better boxing skills than him. So when he finds a fighter he has better boxing skills and is just as fast as, he throws his high guard up and counters you out the high guard. But when he goes against a boxer that can outbox him, he can't do that anymore.
Yeah. Yo, boxing clips. I have a question for you. If Canelo wants to fight with Benavidez, it will happen tomorrow. But why doesn't he choose not to fight Benavidez? He'll get fucked up, bro.
No, I don't think he's scared. I think
He's
he's
terrified.
taking his
He's not
time.
scared.
He's
He's
not scared.
terrified of Benavidez.
What is he
No,
taking his
that's
time
not.
for? The man is 30,
Yo,
30 what? 5 years old? What is he
yo,
taking his
guys.
You
time for?
don't take the, listen.
His
You don't take the
mandatory is
time.
Benavidez. Think about that.
His mentor has been Benavidez for like 4 years. You don't take your time when you're the king of boxing. Like you literally call the shots. The reason why Canelo is trying to wait to fight Benavidez until 2025 or 2026, he knows Benavidez is going to be struggling to make the weight, and then Benavidez is
Yeah.
going to have to go up. When
What if he's
Benavidez
like
moves up,
milking
Canelo's
like
going to say,
the fight?
"Well, he's no longer at 168, so I don't have to fight
Bro,
him." He moved.
What if
listen,
he's
boxing
like
clips.
milking the fight? Like he trying to make it bigger. Like
There's
when
no way he
Tank
No,
milks the
No,
fight,
won,
bro.
Tank.
no,
They're
he's
the
both
already
fight
big
doesn't
enough.
get
Mexicans, bro.
any bigger, bro. The right now,
Bro,
everybody wants to see this fight. People have been wanting to see this fight for years
For
now. It doesn't get
years.
no bigger.
bro, like,
David Benavidez is not Floyd Mayweather. He's not Manny Pacquiao. He's not that damn famous. Canelo is the one who pushing the damn fight regardless. Like,
mhm.
waiting another 2 or 3 years is bullshit.
all
Everybody's
the,
trying to say that nowadays. Or we're trying to let the fights marinate. Which is
mhm.
no. A lot of
No,
these
it's not
motherfuckers in
marinade.
the
We
years.
want that shit now. And
Yeah, a lot of
that
these
Bro,
fight would never die because
the streets
they have
need that right
hardcore
now.
Mexican fan bases.
all the boxing Mexican legends, they all want that fight, except Canelo.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think Canelo
Yo,
would fight him,
matter of
but
fact,
he just
Marquez.
like he
Marquez said
just.
what? Marquez said, why don't you fight Benavidez? Why don't you fight Benavidez? Because they know what the fuck time it is, bro. These
Mm-hmm.
people are professionals. They know what it is. They know that Canelo should have been for his
Bro,
ass.
his team was calling him out after the
Hey,
fight
it ain't
versus
even just
Boo
Canelo and Benavidez. I'm talking about all the top guys over any weight class need to be fighting each other, like
Yeah,
Tank and
yeah,
them,
that's what
all
I'm
of them.
Yeah.
saying. A lot of these dudes trying to play the Floyd Mayweather Pacquiao, but they don't even. It's not even about marinating the fight. It's about guys understanding that. Damn, after this fight, nothing will be the same. Canelo is in that
What y'all
position.
think about Tank versus Frank?
I got
Oh
Tank.
yeah, I mean, I made a video about that. That's gonna be a hell of a fight.
That's gonna
Once
be a
I
hell of a
Tank
got
fight.
Tank.
fights Frank, if he beats Frank,
It,
that puts Tank
that's
against
a
a
good
whole
ass
different
fight
level.
though.
Hey,
I
I
wouldn't be
wanna
Yeah,
see who
surprised
gonna.
if Frank Martin
Hey,
wins that fight.
hey,
Nah,
I
Who
wouldn't
got
be
win?
I
surprised if
wanna
Frank
see
wins.
how Tank
nah.
adapt to a
Don't,
guy that
don't,
also like kind of
Yeah.
slick.
Yeah.
Black,
get your money.
black. I want to see how Tank adapt to another
I think
brother.
I
That's
think
what I need
Tank
to
would
see.
end up stopping him though, but it'll be a good ass fight before he stops him. That's how I see it going.
What
A
happens
lot
if
of
Tank
people
doesn't stop
understand
him?
how great
You said if Tank doesn't
Tank is a
stop him,
boxer.
Yeah, what happens?
I see the fight. So if Tank doesn't stop him, I see the fight going like this. Because obviously Frank's going to respect his power. I think Frank's going to try to get in there, and then he's just going to. It's going to look like another
Hey, nah,
Eastside
nah.
Cruz
Let me,
fight.
No, listen.
hold on,
Frank,
listen. Let me tell you how you're wrong. Let me tell you how you're wrong. Because Frank Martin is a careful fighter. He doesn't take chances.
You
Uh-huh.
got it. Listen,
You're
against
not gonna
Tank,
beat Tank without taking
against
chances.
yes,
Frank is
against Tank
fast. He
Davis.
could just like box from the outside. Same
All
with
right,
Yeah,
Tank without
all right.
yeah,
like.
So Kawaki
yeah.
and
They
boxing
both
clips,
can.
right? So Kawaki and boxing clips, right? Against Tank Davis, this is the reason why Shakur and Devin haven't fought him. Against Tank Davis, you have to take a chance to beat him.
Yeah.
Pitbull Cruz,
Uh-huh.
guess what he did? He went out
Uh-huh.
there and took a chance to beat him. If you're not willing to go out there and take a chance to beat him, you're not
You're
going to
gonna get
beat him.
knocked out.
You're
You're
going to
gonna
get
get no,
knocked out.
not only are you not gonna beat him, you're gonna get knocked out. Pitbull Cruz, he
Look at
showed
Mario.
Yeah.
right.
Mario.
So
You have
that's
to
why that's why I
this
said that. That's why I said
can
if he
come out
doesn't knock him out,
with the consciousness.
or my fault.
No, you good. You good. Finish your point.
I
Yeah,
think I think if Frank goes in like how Ryan went in, but just a little bit
he would
cautious,
never do that
I
though.
honestly think he would probably like I want to say like
The thing about Tank,
win,
All
but
right.
download.
close
The
enough.
thing
So
about it, the thing about it is Ryan went in looking for a KO, bro.
Uh-huh.
Ryan went
Left
in
hook, left
being
hook. It
greedy.
was
back
unbelievable.
to, back to what I was saying about Frank though, like that's why I said like you have to take a chance to beat Tank. Like so, if he doesn't get the knockout, I see Frank Martin rushing him the whole fight, running into shots.
No, because
Tank only
No,
needs one
Frank is
shot.
slick, dude. Frank is slick. Like he can actually like
Nah,
avoid
he's
them
not
shots
slick.
too.
He's more of a
No,
straightforward, all
he
technical.
is pretty slick, yo. Like when I
no,
watched the fight with him and
he's
He's
Michelle
slick,
slick.
bro.
Rivera,
He's
he
slick.
was slick.
He's slick.
Yeah.
He just
He's
looked
But
slick.
bad in his last fight because he was up against a guy with a lot of amateur pedigree
that's what
and
makes
who
it
was
good
pretty
The
though.
tough.
Muhammad Ali guy?
No, he looked real
Fight
good
was
against him.
weird.
Against Aden Tunyan, the
Yeah,
German.
that Argentina fight was definitely a good ass fight. I watched that for top.
Yeah, that dude was very experienced and he was very awkward and he had a lot of skills for Frank ass. But Frank, he opened up on him. Frank athleticism pulled him through the fight. Like he threw a crazy combination. He hurt the man, almost stopped the man.
Hey, and just like y'all say how Canelo can make like the fight with Benavidez happen, same with Tank. If Tank believes he can beat these people, he would make these fights happen. He's the A
It's the
side.
Yeah,
promoters.
no,
It's
that's
not
that's
Tank
a,
out.
I don't
not
think
at
Tank
all.
is
But
gonna
at
fight
the end of the day,
Shakur. I
at
don't
the
think
end of the day, Tank Davis and Canelo, they are the guys that are pushing the sport money and
Exactly,
popularity wise. So that means when any fight doesn't happen, you point it towards them. You cannot point towards these
exactly.
other dudes. Canelo can fight
Fact,
whoever the hell he wants right now, and Tank Davis can fight whoever the hell they want right now. So if a fight not happening, it's on them.
facts.
Yeah.
I don't think I think Tank is gonna fight Devin Haney one day, but
No.
I don't think he's gonna fight Shakur. I think Shakur is too much of a
He's
versus the fight versus Santos.
Shakur is a
he's
high
fighting
risk, low
Shakur before
reward.
Devin for sure.
No,
Shakur
he's
is a high
fighting
risk,
Devin
low
Haney. That
reward, bro.
fight has to happen.
I think he's fighting Shakur before Devin for sure.
Nah, he's gonna definitely fight Devin first, then Shakur.
Why would he jump up a weight class when he has him in the weight class already? He
He's
would
not.
he would
Javante is not moving for anyone, bro. If you want the fight, you'll get the fight, but he's not moving
I
out.
look 140, Devin versus Tank. Who wins?
Tank.
Devin.
Devin,
Devin? Nah,
I
Tank
got
is
Tank.
winning, bro.
I got
Yo,
Devin.
yo,
I
KJ.
love
It's
Devin,
Devin.
but Tank he's gonna
the
get
my
Devin.
only
No,
reason my only
it's
Listen,
reason
Devin.
I got
I
Tank
wouldn't.
right. So y'all
I
seen
wouldn't.
the fight between him and Loma, another super skilled southpaw, right?
Tank is a
So
Loma though.
so you seen how many left hands he was getting hit by Lomachenko? I promise you, Tank Davis, it wouldn't even take half of those bitches, bro.
That
Listen.
was a Devin Haney that was trying to drain his body. So he was actually Devin. If he would have fought Loma at 140, he fuck around and stopped Lomachenko.
Facts.
Loma
But
too small to
I
even be
just
up at
Oh yeah,
140.
for sure. At
Devin was
that
draining his
weight class.
body to make
And
135
you
at that
realize
weight.
a
But
weight drain
At first,
Devin
after
hurt
that fight, I
Loma.
said
Okay,
the same
look,
Loma's
thing. When I
power
seen that at
Loma's
140, I
power can't
understood.
hang up there though, but Tank's can.
But I'm just saying, Devin's power is even stronger because he doesn't have to drain himself as much,
what?
and he's not going to be
Well, hold
tired
on.
in the late
Wait.
rounds.
I agree.
So, who punches harder, Tank or Devin? Like
Tank.
140, if that's
Obviously
Tank.
Tank.
Tank,
I
even at
Tank, it's not
so
even
look,
Tank
close.
definitely
Come on
Duh,
now.
Tank.
who
Duh.
got more skills, Tank or Devin? I mean, yeah, Tank or Devin.
it's
Honestly,
close, but I have to
I
I
give
mean,
got
it
like,
to
I
break
got
it
It's
down.
Tank.
Like, what
close.
kind of
Devin.
Listen,
skills
I
are
got
you
It's
I got
referring
close.
to?
they got different
listen,
You
types
got to
of
listen.
break them
skills.
down.
Very
It's
One
different.
one
close.
thing
They're
about
completely
Devin
different
is he got
fighters.
the jab. If Tank takes away that jab and measures him out, bro, he can catch him with a clean shot
Devin
and
is
get
an
him out of there.
orthodox, and when he fights
Listen,
southpaw fighters, he lands the right hand.
Facts.
He does have a great jab, but against southpaws, he prefers to throw the right hand. He prefers to throw a long right hand to the body.
Yo,
So
can I
it's not
say
even going to be
something?
about the jab. It's going to be
Facts.
about
what I
can
finna
Tank
say.
counter that right
I
hand.
Facts.
think
A lot of people a lot of people underestimate Devin, thinking he's just gonna use the jab. That's what y'all mistake.
No,
no.
I
He's
Devin
not.
moves
think he's really good.
Loma
He's
down with a
really
right
good.
hand to the body.
I
Exactly.
got Devin getting
Every
stopped by that man though for sure.
What?
every fight I seen from Devin, mostly I seen like his jab in action. He'll set up his punches through
Watch
the
his
jab.
fights against southpaws, man.
Devin
Watch the
Haney's
fights
really
against the
good.
southpaw.
I
Because
think
Tank is a
so.
southpaw.
Devin
The
Haney
only
is very
criticism I
skilled.
have, the only criticism I have for Devin Haney, the last person he fought was like under 32 years old. I can't even remember.
I mean,
Like
you
all
are
the
right
big wins he
though.
has, all the fighters are
That's
at
a
the end of
great
their
point. That's a
career.
great point.
You right.
Because look
Yeah,
at
but you
Lomachenko, he
gotta
was 35,
you
and
gotta
look
understand that
at
Hey,
some
listen,
fighters
listen.
take
Hold on, hold on,
Selecta
hold
he
on, hold
fought.
on,
no,
hold on, hold on.
there you
Let
go.
me put it like this, bro. Let me put it like
He
this.
always fought someone that has speed advantage. He has the speed advantage against. I think if he fights Tank, and Tank has more
Tank
skill,
has the speed
Loma,
advantage for
A lot
sure.
of fights.
Devin Haney is
What?
faster than
How does
Lomachenko.
Tank have the speed advantage if he's fighting flat-footed fighters?
Hold on. I
he
gotta
got
What?
wait.
faster.
Hold up.
What?
Lomachenko's
Where are
not
you getting this
flat-footed.
from?
Lomachenko is not flat-footed, buddy.
Who got faster hands, Devin or Tank?
Tank.
Tank, Tank.
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 Yeah,
Listen,
Tank.
bro.
Tank.
I ain't gonna lie. Look, skill for skill, right? Devin has phenomenal skill, right? The only thing I think he has better than Tank is the jab, and
IQ.
I'd
I
say
think his IQ is a little bit better.
Look,
Tank,
in
no.
basketball, they
Tank's
say
Tank
IQ is
IQ is
better.
Tank
over the
gonna figure
roof.
out a way.
Tank
He
got
always
better
figures
IQ.
out a
Yeah,
way against his opponents.
their
in
IQ is
basketball,
different. Tank's IQ is like downloading, and Devin Haney knows like when to throw a punch and stuff.
listen, in basketball, they say you can't coach height. Devin's height, his size, his reach is something that he has over Tank and
Yeah,
Shakur. And the more weight class he goes up, the harder it's going to be for those guys to beat him. They
yeah,
should have
shit.
fought his ass at
Yeah,
Didn't
lightweight.
Thank
Shakur,
you.
didn't
Shakur
They
be
Devin
should have
fucking with
fought
They
him
should
at
have fought
lightweight,
Devin
man.
at
with
lightweight,
Danny at
bro.
40.
Y'all
wait
talking
didn't
like it's gonna be a walk in the park. If it was that easy, Tank would be making
No,
these
no, no.
fights happen.
I'm not talking like that. It would be a great fight. It would be a great fight. Just like Benavidez and Canelo might be a great fight until that shit ends.
Everybody in the chat, make sure y'all tapping that screen, man.
Like Canelo and Benavidez would be a good fight until it ends. Literally. Like
I
didn't
mean,
De-
it's going to end.
like
Benavidez is going to knock him out
Man,
before the shit
yeah.
ends.
But
they should have
KJ, you're
fought.
Fubu and
delusional.
Tank should have
Benavidez,
fought
But
Devin
I
in
want to
45.
you seen it. It was
I
going
want
to be a good ass fight until it
Guys,
ended.
let
Like
let let the new guys speak.
Tank and him,
New
for
guys.
example, Tank and him, they can end the fight anytime they want.
Hey, Nick, what's up, man? What you want to say?
Oh, I was just thinking about the Haney and Tank comparison. I heard someone say that Devin has better like ring IQ than Tank, and I kind of disagree. You look at the difference in positioning between Haney and Tank. Haney just kind of like jabs forward, sits down, pivots, and kind of tries to assert dominance in the middle, which you could not do against a 138 Loma when he was 160. Where Tank is usually
Okay,
quite smaller and still has more dominance and adjusts way better.
can I
What
hold up?
adjustments did he make against Loma's volume?
Hey, reason why I think Devin has higher IQ because name anybody on Tank's resume that's better than Lomachenko.
Listen,
Well, nobody. But
yeah,
that
he lost
doesn't
to
mean
Lomachenko.
Devin
We're not
has
gonna
a high. Devin used his
listen,
IQ
Kawaki,
on better
How
fighters.
old is Norman?
Kawaki, I got perfect for you, right? So skill wise, Tank hasn't fought anyone better than Lomachenko, but some people that he fought in certain circumstances would beat Lomachenko. Like Lomachenko wouldn't fucking beat Mario Barrios at 140,
You
like shit
listen.
like that.
I
Hold
mean,
on.
Like he wouldn't.
listen. You have to be bigger
Yo,
than
another
Lomachenko
thing.
just
go.
to really
Loma's
be
way
a
too
tough.
small.
I'm
Why
gonna
would he
say
go to
this.
You
I'm
140?
have
gonna
to be
say
bigger.
this. If
You have to
Ryan
be.
catches
Loma's like a natural
Lomachenko
freaking
with a
featherweight.
No,
good left hook,
that's a great point because at the end of the day, Tank Davis went up to 140. Lomachenko will be incapable of going up to 140
Like
to fight
Exactly.
Mario
Yeah,
you're
Loma's too
saying
small, way too
Benavidez
small.
hasn't fought nobody like Lomachenko, but in the situation he was in, he fought Hall of Famer Leo Santa Cruz. He fought Pedraza in his prime, undefeated. He fought Hector Luis Garcia,
Hector
undefeated.
Garcia is undefeated.
He
No.
never
Hector
fought
Garcia
Loma
is trash,
though.
No,
bro. Stop it.
Pedraza and Garcia, none of those guys compare to Loma. But your point about Barrios was a great point because at the end of the day, Loma is incapable of doing what Tank did when he went up to 140. You
How
know,
old was
Tank
Lomachenko?
against Barrios is very underrated because Barrios was such a larger man.
Pedraza was a
The
fighter
People
too.
give
Pedraza
Back
fight
then.
Loma
was
gets
long
credit,
ago.
but even then, Loma is more skilled than Barrios.
Yeah, for sure he is. That I ain't gonna lie.
Damn, Tank would
Skill
knock out.
skill goes a long way in boxing, but I ain't gonna lie. He
And
wouldn't
also,
fuck
Leah
with
Santa
Barrios
Cruz
at
was on the back
140.
end of
So
his career.
All right, who's more skilled, Tank or Loma? Who got more
Tank,
skill?
Tank,
I would say Loma
That
skill.
that's
Tank,
very
Tank got all the punches, better defense.
Tank
Tank
bigger
is
than
more
him.
skilled. Loma can't fight on the inside of me. I don't give a fuck with nobody.
Fuck
Loma
no,
jumps
that
Yeah,
in and out.
his long ass
He got
Nah.
his
torso.
angles,
He
you guys see his
but
highlights
Tank know how
versus
to
like
fight at all
bumps.
levels.
That's where
Huh?
all of his highlights come out because Top
Bro,
Rank wants a white fighter to be like their
Yeah, that
main.
is true. That is true.
So
Tank has
Bob
Tank has
Arum was
everything,
crying
bro.
when Devin Haney won. I'm telling you,
Yeah,
you
he
did
was.
you
he.
did you see why he was crying though?
That's why. That's
I
why a
don't.
lot of
Hold
a
on,
lot
hold
of
on. Go ahead, Nick. Why was Bob crying? Go ahead, Nick.
Oh wait, sorry. Did you say Bob or Loma?
no. I just want to
He
say
said Bob.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said Loma. That's my fault.
no,
I
no,
was going
no,
to say
no.
there was a
That was
different
pretty
reason
sad.
why Loma was crying after.
but
Yeah, because
But
his son or something. But I want to say that
yeah,
Bob
his son
Arum,
wanted him to
I
come
fucking
home
hate that guy
undisputed, and he
so
didn't.
much. He's a racist piece of shit. You saw what Terrence Crawford
don't
said about
Yeah,
him?
Bob. Yeah, Bob. Yeah, that's him.
Oh,
That's
I'm white, and I agree that Bob Arum is like racist. I agree, and I'm white.
yeah.
Like he's not.
What y'all think about Boots Ennis, dude? We need to talk
Oh,
about him.
good
he's a
fighter.
next up
I was
welterweight
just,
champ.
he's a good fighter, but he needs a
I
fucking
wouldn't even
mega
say
fight
he's the
under his
next up
belt.
welterweight. How long is he going to be in that weight class for? He is getting up
Listen,
there in
I'm
age.
trying to see Crawford versus
I'm trying to
Ennis.
see
Boots
Boots
is a good
versus
fighter, but he
Tim
needs a big
Boots.
fight
I'm
under his
trying to
belt.
see Keith Thurman versus Boots.
That'd be
Yeah,
a
he
great
needs
fight.
Tim
Oh
Boots
yeah.
Boots.
needs
Tim
to
Boots.
get
Tim
into
Boots.
blood.
Damn,
Tank
Jake,
will
you
knock him
timed
out.
out, man.
Tank will knock him out.
Tank would knock who up?
Not
Uh,
cool.
Keith Thurman.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah.
I ain't gonna
Hell
lie.
no.
I ain't gonna lie. Listen,
I
listen,
think
listen.
Tank
That
would
fight
beat
would
him,
never
bro.
happen. Listen, Tank. I feel like Tank, if he didn't care about his fucking health and shit like that, he would like them back in the day fighters move up to 147 shit like that. That'd be a good fight. But
Listen, I learned some information about Tank, and it explains the way that he's so careful with his career. When they were developing Tank into a boxer, into a world champion and shit, Calvin and them, they had Tank sparring 5 times a week when they were developing him. And when Floyd Mayweather got a hold of Tank, he dropped Tank sparring to 2 days a week because a lot of fighters they lose years off their career with all the
Yep.
all
excess
that
sparring.
sparring,
And
yeah.
Tank was a
Yeah,
kid sparring
That's
5 times a week up into his teenage years.
Yeah.
That's why now he has all of this mileage on his body, and they're handling his career very careful.
He used to
yep.
spar. Yeah.
That's sparring is where you get most of your brain damage because I
Yes.
was telling my friends about that. That's where you get most of it.
Down in Philly, we sparred with 20s. We was sparring in 16.
All right, I'm gonna say
But
Tim
I
Tszyu is
think
the
I
most
think Boots
overrated
Ennis.
boxer right now.
I think Boots Ennis should move up to 54 and fight fucking Tim Tszyu. Be honest, I would grab that
Or
fight from.
Ortiz. Or Ortiz.
Yeah, Ortiz not going to fight though. Come on now,
Bro,
let's be.
Ortiz, and what's the other one that's fighting this week? The other Mexican one that's fighting John Ryder.
Can you guys hear me? Yeah, you guys
Oh,
can. Never
Manny
mind.
Munguia.
Oh,
I don't
that's a
know
good
what's his
fight
name.
too.
Hey, what about Conor
The
Ben?
reason is fighting John
Hunter
Ryder
Ben.
is
Mujia,
getting
Mujia.
rid of Canelo's leftovers. So when you fight a fighter's leftovers, if you really shit on him, if you knock him out or something, you can say, "Look what I did to Canelo's leftovers.
Hey,
Give me a
when
shot
I
at
say,
Canelo." And
I,
Canelo wants Munguia to dominate
yes,
John Ryder. That
yes,
way, Canelo can
yes,
make
yes.
Munguia his third PBC
That's
fight, as opposed to
that's what
having to
I'm
fight David
saying.
Benavidez.
I'm gonna bet my life
Yeah, he
if
gonna use
Mujia
that the Mexico
knocks
versus
John
Mexico.
Ryder out, if
Yeah.
he knocks John Ryder out, Canelo's gonna fight him and say, "Oh no, Benavidez didn't knock him out. What are you talking
Yep.
about?
Well, Benavidez didn't fight him,
He's the
but
new
Canelo's
Mexican
gonna see.
monster."
Canelo is gonna say, Munguia is a great fighter. Look what he did to John Ryder. He earned it.
Yeah,
And then
yeah,
Munguia will be the third
guys,
PBC fight after Jamal Charlo.
Yeah, after these three
dude.
PBC fights, there's no more Canelo.
Yo, can I
No.
just say something real quick?
Canelo's gonna be like,
Canelo's gonna say this.
I know
He's gonna wait for
Benavidez is my
Benavidez to move up to
mandatory.
light heavyweight, and then he's gonna retire.
Canelo's gonna
Yeah, he's gonna
retire
be like,
as a great.
yo, he's
He
gonna be
gonna
like,
get them guys out of there. and
Keith
retire.
Thurman and Tim Tszyu is official for March 30th. What?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell
Some
No
dude,
KJ.
Benavidez is
some
running
dude,
in
some
there.
dude said Keith Thurman and Tim
Yeah,
Tszyu is
Tim,
official for.
Justin, 20.
If that's true, I'm voting for. I want Keith Thurman to win that fight. I ain't gonna lie. But Tim Tszyu might beat him just because of
And
youth.
listen,
We're getting Tim
on
Activity.
Tszyu and
everything I
Thurman.
love.
Keith
We're
Thurman
getting Tim
haven't fought
Tszyu.
in
I
like
mean, Tim
7
Tszyu might beat him
Yeah,
because of youth. I said the
That's a
wrong
good,
name.
yo,
And
But
Keith
that's a
Thurman
good,
haven't fought
yo.
I
since
think
Barrios,
And
Tim
bro.
will
yo,
win because of the activity.
me and KJ were just speaking about Thurman yesterday.
Yeah,
Now
I
him and Tszyu
think
just got
Tenzu beats
finalized.
I ain't gonna lie.
Keith
The
Thurman.
way he
So we're
came
getting
back and
Thurman
fucked up
versus
Barrios,
Tszyu.
you can
That's
look at
gonna
it
be a
and
good
nigga and be
ass
like, he
fight.
still got it, bro. He still got it. The way he came back and beat up Barrios, he still got it. That's like
They're not
a
going
lot
up
of
to
fighters can't do
154.
that. He still got it. Like we ain't see no sense of no
Okay,
layoffs or nothing
guys.
like that.
I
Jamal
got Tim
Charlo.
Tszyu by stoppage though, low key.
I don't got. He probably would.
I
Who
think he's
knows?
stopping Thurman.
I am
Thurman hasn't
begging
fought
John
in
Ryder to
7
knock
days, man.
Munguia
Very
out the
dangerous.
Saturday night or whatever. We're probably gonna fight on Thursday, right?
KJ, what do you think?
I got Thurman
KJ, what
though,
do you
but I
think
wouldn't put
about
my
Tim
money on
Tszyu and
that fight.
Thurman?
You said what, Jake? Hold up.
What do you think about Tim Tszyu and Thurman? Just finalized right now.
Oh, Thurman
Thurman
hasn't
going up to
fought in like
154.
700 days. I can't get behind that. I'm sorry. I've seen all these fighters with inactivity getting fucked up left and right.
I mean,
Out of the
So you
Yeah,
top
think
I
he?
10.
agree.
So
Jamal
you think?
Charlo did good
So you think
fighting
Tim Tszyu
Jose
knocking him out?
Benavidez.
Jamal Charlo.
Jamal Charlo fought a man that was jumping up in weight. And
You
a
And
right.
man that
Canelo
that shot in the
wants to
kneecap
fight
before.
him instead of fighting
True, true,
Benavidez, which is
true.
so funny to me. Unbelievable.
Yeah,
You by
Jamal Charlo's not
stoppage.
the old Jamal Charlo would have got him gone in the first 6 rounds for sure.
Yeah, he would have stopped him. Jamal
But
Charlo,
I
the
will
power
say
and
this: when I was
confidence.
watching that fight, the ref was saving Jose Benavidez. Though I will say that I was watching that fully. He
And if
was saving.
y'all in the chat, make sure y'all tapping that screen, man. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you for liking the live.
They said watch the
Wait,
first
so
round when he fought Pacquiao. He was going easy on Pac. He let him win. Who you talking about,
You
He
don't
did
Thurman?
need to
not
go
let
He's
him
easy on
saying the
win.
guy
someone.
from yesterday, he believes that Thurman threw the fight. Thurman didn't throw the fight.
Thurman did
Manny
not throw that
Pacquiao
fight.
is a dangerous fighter. If you play around, if you in the casino instead of training, Pacquiao's an all-time great. He will make you pay. I mean, that's all. That's all it was to it.
Yeah, like
That's
Keith
the
Thurman, bro.
issue.
Like he literally put up a good fight after he got knocked down. After he got knocked down, he was like, all right, this is
so
Pacquiao. Let me lock in.
y'all got Tim Tszyu by stoppage, right? Against Thurman.
I
Y'all
can
got Tim
see it.
stopping Thurman.
I can see.
Thurman
I
got
can
good
see it.
enough feet. Thurman got good enough feet and a good enough chin to make it to 12.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah, but
majority.
Tim got deadly power though.
Does he have deadly
Deadly. I
power?
wouldn't say
He
deadly. He has power.
does.
He has
Hey,
He
power.
nah,
not
nah.
deadly,
I
but he
Okay,
want to
got
see
okay.
Tim
power. He
Tszyu
got
He
versus
power.
stopped the
Bud.
he
He
stopped the guy
he
that Jamel Charlo stopped
and
though.
he just beat Mendoza. Mendoza, that was a really good
Let's
one.
do. Let's see
Mendoza
Tim
knocked out
Mendoza
Tszyu
was a
and
good
Fedor.
one.
Mendoza's not bad.
But
Mendoza's a good. Mendoza's a very
Can
legitimate
Mendoza fuck
opponent.
with Charlo though? Hell no.
Can who
y'all
fuck with
heard me.
Charlo?
Tim
We
Mendoza.
Tszyu
don't know
versus
what he can
Bud,
do.
bro. Put
What
that on.
He
Mendoza against
he got in
Jermel?
trouble with the law,
Bud
and
would
we don't
stop
know how Charlo is mentally
Yeah,
after
I
What do you
got
guys
losing
Bud
think
to
of
stopping.
Camille Moulton?
Camille Moulton.
What do you guys think of
very
him?
talented.
He
And
is
he
a
was
great
good this
fighter.
weekend fighting the cab
Skill
driver
wise.
first before he get a
Okay.
big shot.
Do you think Tank has the potential to be a top 10 great?
Yes. Potential.
Like
No,
If he
time,
fights more,
Nah,
he needs to
Why you
not
fight
of
say
more.
all
no?
time.
nah.
No.
Why you say no?
first
But
off, when
probably
you talk
not
about
though.
the top 10 greats or whatever, Tank pushing 30 and he hasn't even fought a rival yet. Like,
Yeah.
nah,
Okay,
Tank
but
gonna be
look.
remembered as
Let's
a great
Here's the thing,
performer.
though.
let's say he
Before
fights
Terrence
Shakur
Crawford, right?
and Devin, and he beats them both.
Like, name me one fighter that Terrence Crawford fought before he turned 30.
Let's say he fights Shakur and Devin, he beats them both.
Kell Brook,
He's still supposed to fight.
Sean
He's
Porter,
still supposed to fight
Jeff
Tio.
Warren,
He
Amir
still got
Khan.
to fight fucking maybe running back with Crew. Like when you talk about all time greats, the resumes be stacked. Like him fighting Devin and Shakur
I ain't gonna
is
lie.
not gonna be enough. It was a bunch of people at lightweight.
I want him to
No,
fight
You got
yeah,
Teofimo.
fucking you
I
got,
yeah.
see
you
Tank.
got all these other lightweights out there that are coming up. Like what's that damn Cuban?
Oh,
Hughes.
he was in the Olympics. Andy Cruz.
Oh,
Right.
Andy
So
Green.
if Tank really wanted to be like one of those top 10 greats or whatever, he would be boxing. He would already have in his mind, I'm gonna be boxing for the next 6 to 8 years. I'm gonna beat Devin. I'm gonna beat Shakur. I'm waiting for Andy Cruz to
I
get
think he'll
developed.
give us
Look
another
at that.
I mean, he
I'm gonna
does
beat
fight for
Keyshawn
the
Davis.
money though.
I'm gonna beat who that other dude at 35?
Yo, I need you on the
Describe him.
life when
Schofield, Floyd Schofield. And
Supreme goes
Oh
live.
yeah,
I ain't gonna lie. You would
Floyd
knock
Schofield. Yeah.
Schofield out though. I'm being.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you're right.
It's not just talking about the potential of what he would do if he wanted to really go down as a top
It's a
10
great.
all
He was
time.
just had to go out
He
and fight
would go
everybody.
through all these lightweights because it's not like he really doesn't want to fight at 140. Lucky for him, lightweight is fucking stacked. So all he would have to do is box for another 5 to 7 years, beat all these damn lightweights, get a crazy resume like Floyd, and he will be remembered as a top 10 fighter. But
I
he
think he
always
I
fights
think
for the
Davis.
belt.
I think Davis gonna retire like at 35, and I think he gonna give us a good like. I
Man,
say
he need
this
to
year
move to 40.
he gonna give us 2-3 fights this year.
Man, he need to
The
move
only
to
reason
40,
the
bro.
only reason we didn't get it the only reason we didn't get a fight in December like he promised was because of that house arrest shit. But
Man, he need to move to 140. Fuck
Training
135.
with
why does he need to move
He
to
is moving to
140? Look at
140, isn't
135.
he?
I think 140
Lebanon
for Tank is
140.
like 135 for
That's what
Loma.
I ain't gonna lie. So he nah.
Tank didn't want to fight Loma, man. It's not
But
a
he
good
didn't
fight
want
for him.
to.
No,
He
sorry,
did
I
not
was
want
saying that I think 140 is like the limit for Tank, like 135 is for
Oh
Loma.
yeah. Sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
hear you. Yeah, Tank
to.
can't. I don't think he should go up to 147.
If he's daring to be great, I would like I
Hold
feel
up.
like he can
You
power wise and skill wise he can hang with those guys. Honestly,
At
Tanks
147,
At
yeah.
147? Hell no.
147, I
Struggling
think
with
that's a
Barrios.
stretch.
That didn't look like an easy transition.
Barrios was the bottom of the
look,
division for 140. Hell no.
no glazing, but Tank
Barrios a hard
says
fight for everybody though. Let's be honest.
Not really. No, the
Bro,
fuck he ain't. Bud
bro,
and
I'm trying.
Boots. Stop that nigga. No.
Yo,
They
Hell no.
KJ, I'm trying to understand
they would beat
how
him,
they.
but they ain't no cakewalk.
Man, it's a cakewalk for them. It's a huge skill gap.
Yo, KJ, I'm trying to understand how did Keith Thurman earn a fight against Tim Tszyu at
Keith
154?
Thurman has a following. He has a name, and he's a former champion.
He's a
Like
true.
Yep.
Yeah, but he
once
didn't
you
really.
become a champion, pretty much until you retire, you always can get a big fight because you already proved yourself to the public. And
Yep.
if you have a following, then you damn sure can always get a big fight.
He has like a few followers on Instagram. You know, we can
Tszyu,
work with that.
since Charlo got his belt stripped and they had to give upgrade Tim Tszyu to super champ after the Canelo fight. Tim Tszyu the best at 154 right now.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
who's better
is.
than Tim? Who's better than
He
Tim
is.
at 154 right now?
Charlo beats the fuck out of him.
What
Man.
a,
I don't
it's a
know. I don't
1A,
know.
1B
After
situation.
Charlo
Tim Tszyu
performance
been calling out Charlo
against
for like
Canelo,
2
I
years
don't know
now, and
what
Charlo
Charlo
has
is
his
for.
That's a
stipulations.
bro. I
Charlo's
ain't gonna
not
lie,
even
bro.
confident. Man.
That's a 1A. That's a 1A, 1B situation.
Possible.
What I got a question.
I get it as the Tim Tszyu because he's the last person to fight in the division. But
But
Let Nick speak.
listen.
Let
Right
him.
now, after what Charlo did against Canelo, and they say he was in trouble with the law, he's been having trouble with his
Yep.
girl or wife or whatever. When guys go through all of that shit, mentally, you don't know how they're going to perform in the ring. You don't know if they're the same animal, the same beast. Charlo has never quit like that before in his life. So I don't
Weird.
know.
But Tim Tszyu's been calling out Charlo. Literally after the Mendoza fight in the post fight venue, he literally said, "Charlo, where are you?" Charlo literally hasn't
Yeah.
addressed it. He hasn't said nothing. He don't want the smoke with Tszyu. I'm telling you, he don't. And
No.
now Tszyu's not.
Tim Tszyu,
It's just that
Charlo can
he
beat
wanted
Tim Tszyu.
smoke.
He can outbox Tim Tszyu.
He
The
don't
only
want the
reason
smoke,
why
bro.
he
He
didn't
don't want
fight
the smoke
Tim
with
Tszyu,
Tszyu.
only reason he didn't fight Tim Tszyu is because Tim Tszyu didn't have that money that Canelo
Bro,
had to offer him.
Yeah, well,
That's the only
Charlo,
reason. He's not
what
scared of no
Charlo,
fucking Tim
what
Tszyu. It's just that I
Charlo
don't
should
know
have.
how he's gonna perform after taking a loss like that.
Well,
That was an
Charlo,
embarrassing.
I think ain't the IBF belt at 154 vacated? Ain't it? It's vacated, ain't it?
I don't know.
I don't think so. I think Jermell Charlo has 3 belts and Tim Tszyu has 1 of them.
Yeah, I know.
But yo, I'm gonna have to cut the live short because my phone about to die, man. So
Deal, I'm
Nick,
pretty sure.
boxing clips, Marco Silva, Kawaki, Kahaven the GOAT, Victor, even though you came up here with all that background noise, I had to drop your ass.
And Wiggity.
Thank everybody for coming up on the live. I appreciate y'all. As you all know, full live replay will be available on YouTube, man. We talked about some great topics. I try to go live tomorrow. Tomorrow I want to talk about Boots versus Bud because
Oh yeah.
that sparring partner Rojas. I don't know if you've seen the video.
I see that video.
What
Yeah,
video? What
Rojas
video?
said that Bud will win because of the experience. Rojas said that Bud's body shots is fucking crazy. He tried to say that, they
Yeah,
both
you
hit
can
hard.
look at it and
But
see.
he pointed out Bud's body
What
shot
video?
individually because he remembered them bitches. Even though he sparred with both of them, he remembered Bud's body shots. He said they made him question whether or not he wanted to be a boxer. So we're gonna
Damn.
talk about that shit tomorrow. But I'm gonna catch y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.
What's up, man?
You too.
And I appreciate y'all supporting the channel, man.
All
All
right,
right.
all right, bet.
Have a good one.
Have a good night,
Peace.
man. Have a good night,
All
y'all.
right.